Welcome to Secrets of the Archives. I'm your host, Tim Johnson. I'm looking at a very interesting newsletter here, Interrupt, produced by the Computer People for Peace, found in the papers of Edmund Berkeley in the Charles Babbage Institute. And here today to tell us a little bit about this newsletter and Berkeley and some of the concerns that he had is Arvid Nelsen, curator, Charles Babbage Institute. Welcome, Arvid.
Thank you.
So we have Computer People for Peace.
Yes.
Buried in, well, maybe not buried, but in the Edmund Berkeley papers. What were they about? What were their concerns? How did they communicate their message?
Well, the newsletter itself, which I've decided to feature today, is very interesting. It is from March 1969. 1969 is known for being a rather part of a rather explosive time in our history, and this particular issue includes a lot of concerns by this organization. In March of 1969, Computer People for Peace were very concerned about the role of the computer industry in the Vietnam War. This particular issue also highlights their concerns about related social issues, including the experiences of African Americans, particularly in inner cities, and their concern about racism within the computer industry itself. So this particular issue talks about what they saw as very interrelated concerns about the role of technology on society at large. Edmund Berkeley is most known by people who know him as a proponent of computers, and he was. He is known for having written books like Giant Brains, or Machines That Think, and for creating toys such as the Brainiac. These publications and toys were designed to educate a general audience about the advantages and the exciting uses of computers. But at the same time, he also had a great deal of concern about potential misuse of computers, including concerns about their uses in war, in the Vietnam War.
So how might researchers approach records like these? How might they use them?
People have approached the Berkeley papers a number of ways. People have used them to write very straightforward histories of technology, but others have really been looking at a broader perspective of Berkeley and his career and interests. Bernadette Longo has been writing a book, it may be coming out now, on Berkeley, in which she touches upon some of these interests. I myself have been using the Berkeley papers in some of my work looking at race and computing, specifically at educational opportunities for African Americans in the 1960s and 70s. Actually, one of the programs is mentioned in this article as well. But students are also actively using them. I have professors in teaching classes in technology and American culture, and specifically in science and technology and ethics, that draw on the Berkeley papers and several other materials that we have at CBI that discuss the broader social context and implications of computing technology.
Any final comments you might want to make about
All I can say is I think that this is one of the most exciting collections that we have. Berkeley's involvement with the computer industry as a founding member of the Association for Computing Machinery, and the way that he integrates this into a broad perspective on society makes his collection and his own history a very dynamic one.
Well, thanks, Arvid, for sharing this little slice of computing and social activism.
Thank you for the opportunity.
And until next time, I'm Tim Johnson for Secrets of the Archives.